Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A scene out of a movie early this morning. An 18-wheeler goes off the road and ends up into a pool at a hotel. We have the latest in a live report that's coming up.
And right now, investigators searching for the gunman responsible for shooting two people, a mother and a son, standing just outside their home on the city's east side. We have the latest on the investigation. That's straight ahead.
One of the last remaining government mandates concerning COVID-19 and international travel is set to end this weekend. What it means for the summer travel rush and airlines' bottom line, those answers are coming up.
And let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. Starting off in the 70s today, but how hot will it get? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But until then, good morning. It is 6 o'clock this Saturday. It is June 11th. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so we've
Good morning.
Just been on this trip of triple-degree weather.
Oh, you're calling it a trip?
I'm calling it a trip, and it has not been a fun trip, Sarah Spivey.
Trip of triples.
There you go.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
Triplets.
Yeah, triplets. That's a music term. Okay, but hey, here's the thing, guys. Today's heat is going to be dangerous in the afternoon. Not only is it going to be hot, but even for us South Central Texans, it's going to be dangerously hot. So because of that, there is a heat advisory in place, not only today, but also through tomorrow. Air temperatures will range anywhere from 102 to 106 degrees during the peak heating of the day, with a heat index as high as 109 in some spots. Dangerously hot all weekend long. Today, 104. That would tie the record of 104 set back 80 years ago. So this is some real deal heat. Tomorrow, same thing. We'll be at 104 degrees tomorrow. It'll be windier, a little bit windier tomorrow. And we'll have to start talking about the potential for Saharan dust in the air. With the heat advisory in place, not only do we need to be aware, but we need to be aware for our pets too. Here's Fido's forecast. Planning on walking the dog? Get it done before 10 o'clock this morning, because as early as noon, it's going to be 95 degrees and very hot. And then in the afternoon, temperatures will be in the triple digits. It's 104 for the high temperature. If you miss out of the window through this morning, you can walk them this evening after sunset. It'll still be warm at 9 p.m., 91 degrees. But coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about how this heat high, it's going to slowly drift to the east and drop temperatures by a few degrees. So I'll have those details for you coming up in just a bit. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. We have late breaking news this morning. A crash in a hotel on the northeast side.
Yeah, we know this was involving an 18-wheeler into a pool on the northeast side. Jonathan Cotto is live off of 35. Jonathan, what can you tell us?
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Max. Right now, it's an intense situation, intense scene right now. San Antonio police are trying to investigate what caused for this 18-wheeler to come crashing into the pool of this hotel. Now, I'm going to move out of the way so you can get eyes on what this scene looks like exactly. As you can see there at the distance, this McKinney 18-wheeler crashing straight into that pool of the Hallmark Inn and Suites right now off of I-35 North. Police tell us the 18-wheeler was traveling on the access roads of I-35 here when it crashed into the pool involving another vehicle where two people were inside. Now we're told those two people had to be cut out of that car. They were taken to BAMC. They are expected to be okay, but there was also a pedestrian that was walking along this sidewalk that was impacted by either the 18-wheeler at one moment or the vehicle. That information is still unclear, but again, San Antonio police are trying to get to the bottom of what possibly caused for this crash to happen. They say right now speed may be a factor. That pedestrian right now is in BAMC in critical condition. We're going to stay here and stay on top of this and bring you more information as it's made available. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. A mother and son in the hospital this morning after becoming targets while just standing outside of their home on the city's east side. So take a look. This is what we know right now. It happened around 11:15 last night. This is the 100 block of Nalina near East Commerce. Police on the scene saying the mother and son were standing outside a vehicle. Someone pulled up, started shooting. Now, officers say a 60-year-old woman, the mother, was shot several times. At last check, she was in critical condition. Investigators say her son was shot in the leg. Both taken to BAMC. Police say still unclear why this all happened, but officers are still investigating, trying to figure out what exactly happened and who is responsible.
Also new this morning, Person found dead inside the vehicle, a man. Police say he was shot multiple times. This was the scene last night before 9 o'clock in the 300 block of Whitewood Street near Medina Base Road on the city's southwest side. Police say they were called out to the establishment apartments after residents heard gunshots. When they arrived, they found the victim, a man believed to be in his 30s, that was dead. So far, police don't have a suspect description, but they say they are talking to several witnesses, and this investigation continues. Well, this morning, family and friends will say their final goodbyes to 10-year-old Alexandria Rubio. Family and friends say Lexi, went by Lexi, was athletic and compassionate, and she wanted to attend St. Mary's University to play softball and attend law school. Her parents testified before Congress earlier this week. Her funeral is set to be at 10 a.m. at First Baptist Church. Yesterday, veteran teacher Eva Mireles was laid to rest. And for the first time since the tragedy, Uvalde CISD Police Chief Pete Arredondo spoke with the police response at Robb Elementary.
His first interview with a reporter from the Texas Tribune, and this morning we're hearing from the reporter who actually interviewed him. Now, KSAT able to speak with the reporter. He's the political reporter at the Texas Tribune. In the article, James Barragan writes that Chief Arredondo was devastated by the events. He also says the chief wants the public to know that his team did the best that they could on that devastating day.
He will still have to answer more questions. There's no doubt about that. But I think from his perspective, he's trying to show people what his why he did the things he did. And he says he's very proud of the law enforcement response, and they did the best that they could under the situation.
You can watch the full interview right now. Just head to KSAT.com.
Well, many are wondering what will happen to the physical building of Robb Elementary. What's the plan for the building going forward? Uvalde Consolidated ISD school district leaders have made it very clear no student will ever return in that building. So now officials are asking the community what it wants to do with the building. Some people don't want to tear it down. Others think the building should be transformed into something that will help the community heal.
Tearing it down is kind of extreme, I think, because it's unless they're going to build a new school there, which I don't see if that accomplishes anything.
I just hope our community can come together and figure out how to move forward.
School district officials have not said when they will begin gathering input from community members. Right now, the school is a temporary memorial site.
Now to the latest in COVID news. The Biden administration lifting its requirement that international travelers have to test negative for COVID within a day before boarding a flight here to the United States. So this will actually end one of the last remaining governmental mandates designed to contain the spread of COVID.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention announced Friday that the requirement will end early Sunday morning, and it will continue to monitor the pandemic. ABC's Ty Hernandez has the latest.
As the summer travel season gets underway, the CDC is lifting the requirements for international travelers to show a negative COVID-19 test before boarding a flight to the U.S. The change goes into effect just after midnight on Sunday. The airline industry has lobbied to lift the requirement that has been in place for the last 17 months. Major U.S. airlines are applauding the decision. United says in a statement, this is another important step, not just for air travel, but also for all the tourism jobs that international travel supports. JetBlue's president says this will almost certainly boost summer travel.
A lot of people didn't want to travel internationally because of the testing requirement. This provides them with peace of mind so that they know when they're traveling they can make it home.
The decision comes as the U.S. is averaging nearly 110,000 new cases a day, back up to one of its highest points since February. More than 4,100 are hospitalized with COVID each day. Among the cities seeing a surge, Houston.
We clearly are having a major surge. Now, what's different is the hospitalizations, although they've come up, they haven't shot up like they did in the prior surges.
Meantime, next week, the FDA and CDC will review data for Pfizer's and Moderna's vaccines for children under 5. If the agencies find the vaccines are safe and effective, the White House says vaccinations could begin as soon as June 21st.
It would mean that for the first time, essentially every American, from our oldest to our youngest, would be eligible for the protection that vaccines provide.
Ty Hernandez, ABC News, New York.
Time now just about 6:10, 77 degrees out.
Well, some Whole Food customers are suing Amazon. Find out what they allegedly did that forced them to take legal action.
And let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. Like these triple-digit heats is not a joke. Sarah Spivey warning us we could see dangerous heat later this afternoon. We're going to check in with her, give you your full forecast. Good morning and welcome back. So we're going to talk about the triple-digit heat, Sarah.
Yeah.
But it's important to note, and I'm glad that you started off the show with it, it's nothing to mess around with.
No, it is not. And again, we are used to heat, right? But this kind of heat we usually see in August, if we see it at all during the year, because today the high temperature in San Antonio is forecast to be 104 degrees. That would tie an 80-year-old record. All of the KSAT 12 viewing areas under a heat advisory, not only today, but also tomorrow, as air temperatures are going to range anywhere from 102 to 106 degrees. Heat index values 104 to 109. And then look at this. Nearly the entire state of Texas is under a heat advisory. And for that matter, nearly the entire state of Oklahoma is under a heat advisory as well. This is what the temperatures are going to look like across the Lone Star State. Texas sizzle, 107 in Abilene, 107 in El Paso, 103 in Dallas, 105 in Junction, 106 Del Rio, 104 in Austin. Really only a few areas will slide below the triple-digit mark, and those are mainly along the coast. A little bit more humidity in the air there for Corpus Christi at 97 degrees. This heat is no joke. If you have to be outside between 1 p.m. 7 p.m., please make sure to stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, wear a hat if you can. This heat high is not our friend. It is currently the strongest over New Mexico and West Texas, but it's going to be building over Texas throughout the day today and tomorrow. So tomorrow, another day where that high is going to be at 104 degrees for your Sunday too. Heat is not going to let up today or tomorrow. Now that heat high will slide to the east at the beginning of the week. So by Monday, we'll shave off a couple of degrees, but it's still going to be 102 degrees. Tuesday, that heat high moves even further east, still going to be 100 though, but that's about 5 degrees cooler than what we'll be dealing with over this weekend. And as for the day on Wednesday, temperatures could fall below that triple-digit mark, 99 degrees for the high on Wednesday. So that heat high is going to move off to the east, provide a little bit of a drop in temperatures, but it's still going to be hot and rain is still going to be hard to come by. Outside right now, take a look out there. It is 78 degrees outside, and we do have a heat index out there right now as early as this morning. 80, it feels like 80 degrees outside because of those dew points at 70 degrees. South winds at about 10 miles per hour. Elsewhere, wake up temperatures in Hondo at 76, 74 Uvalde, still 81 in Del Rio, 75 in Kerrville. But if you want to do any kind of outdoor, maybe exercising, go for a run, go for a walk with the dog, do it now because those temperatures are just going to increase from here on out. Throughout the morning, it'll be tolerable, okay? We're going to be looking at temperatures warming up into the upper 80s by 10 o'clock this morning. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. By 11, though, we're going to be in the 90s. As early as noon, the mid-90s, with the heat index probably closer to 100 right around noon. And then as we head into the afternoon, that's when that real deal heat settles over San Antonio. 3 p.m. 102, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. 104 degrees throughout the day today. A bit of a breeze, but not too windy. South winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Elsewhere, it'll be 105 in New Braunfels, 104 in Seguin, 105 in Hondo, 102 in Kerrville, 103 in Comfort. Anything but comfortable in Comfort. 105 in Poteet, 104 in Floresville. And rain chances, as I mentioned, going to be hard to come by. As that heat high slides to the east, a couple of coastal showers could develop. So there is a slight chance, 10% for a stray shower or storm Wednesday through Saturday, but that is the best that we can do. Otherwise, we are locked into the heat. Now, I will mention that Saharan dust will be present in the air tomorrow, a haze on the horizon. Coming up in the next half hour, I'm going to talk more in detail about that Saharan dust. But otherwise, just know you're going to want to be very careful of spending time outdoors today. Stay hydrated, check on the elderly, check on those without air conditioning as well. Max and Sarah.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Time now, just about 6:18, 77 degrees out.
A vote in the European Union is forcing Apple to change charging options for customers over there. We'll tell you how soon Apple has to come up with a universal charger.
Did you watch the game yesterday?
I didn't.
Okay. Did you hear other people in the house yelling at the TV?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to explain why in just a bit.
All right, let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 778, Fireball 6, Daily 4, 0533, Fireball 2.
Cash 5, 2, 8, 12, 18, 30. And here we go. Did you play?
No, but it's a big one. It's over 200 million.
Ooh, okay. Your Mega Millions, 3, 12, 14, 18, 32. Big number 4, Megaplier 5. Good luck. We'll be right back. All right, so if you're a baseball fan in Texas, not doing great this morning. Astros and Rangers both dropping games yesterday, so we're going to start in Houston. Marlins and Astros both getting on the board early in the first inning. Miami would take 4 scores in the 5th inning, and from there, really, the Astros would never recover. Marlins get the road win. The final from Minute Maid, Miami 7, Houston 4. Next up, Astros looking for vengeance, taking on Miami 3-10 this afternoon. But don't worry, Astros still sitting at 32, so really, I mean, it's a long season. I'm not too concerned. And headed a little bit north. Going to the Rangers on the road yesterday in Chicago, so a lot. The White Sox, 2 clubs traded scoring until Chicago blew it up in the 8th inning. 5 runs. That helped them defend the home field. White Sox get this W. The final, Chicago 8, Texas 3. The Rangers taking on the White Sox again today. First pitch is an early one, 1:10 this afternoon. KSAT 12 is the home for your NBA Finals. Let's see, are we going to get some basketball on the board? There we go. Golden State Warriors now turning the best-of-7 series into a best-of-3. 2-2. Coming up next half hour, we're going to have all the highlights, all those Steph Curry threes. We're going to have you ready for Game 5. Did you catch any of it?
No. Who do you think's going to win tonight, though?
There's not a game tonight.
Oh, I mean, not tonight, but
the next game?
Next game. Was
okay. 2-2. So it's 2-2 going back to Golden State. I think Golden State, but I have been right 3 of 4 so far, so I'm shooting 75%.
Okay, well now you just jinxed yourself.
A little bit. So if any bettors out there, I'd take the Celtics money line. 6:23, 77 degrees out.
All right, Whole Foods customers say a free service with Amazon is now almost $10, and they don't want to pay it. Coming up, why those customers say they are suing the tech giant.
Good morning and welcome back. In your business news this morning, 2 lawsuits in just 2 weeks. That is what Amazon is now facing after doing away with their free Whole Foods grocery deliveries for Prime members. So the tech giant, which owns Whole Foods, they did away with the free Prime delivery last year. They now charge about $9.95 per order. The first lawsuit came in late May. The Seattle Times reporting that Amazon should have either given refunds or offered an option to cancel subscriptions after scrapping that free delivery for Whole Foods. So earlier this week, the court received a proposed class action lawsuit. Now that filing suggests that Amazon actually misled customers by implying free Whole Foods delivery is still a benefit.
People living in Europe can clear out their drawers of mystery cables because the European Union has officially adopted a common charger. The USB-C, the vote now requires that Apple adapts its products by late 2024. The company is said to be reportedly already testing ports in iPhone.
All right, you know what's going to happen next, though?
They're going to have an update.
They're going to change all the ports.
It's so annoying.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, yeah, don't get me started.
Time now, 6:27, 77 degrees out.
All right, the next half hour, super high gas prices.
Talking about ridiculous.
I know, have us all paying more just for about everything. We're going to give you a breakdown of how those jumps in gas prices affects the prices of basically everything else.
And San Antonio police making a big arrest in a deadly shooting. Who they now have in custody. We're going to break it all down right after the break. Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. 6:31 this Saturday, June 11th. But
happy Saturday.
I gotta tell you, actually, you know what? Let's check in with the garden. How's it going?
Oh, it looks awful. It's yellow. It's like, you know, Sarah, I'm trying my best to hand water, and it's just the triple digits. It can't keep up.
Let me tell you, Sarah and Max, I talk to a lot of people around in the community, and most people are just depressed about this heat, to be honest with you. And I got no good news right now for the weekend because we are going to be very hot today, potentially seeing a tied record of 80 years from the high temperature today. 104 degrees in San Antonio, 105 in New Braunfels. It'll be 105 in Hondo, 102 in Kerrville, 106 in Del Rio, 105 in Eagle Pass, 106 in Cotulla. Heat advisory in place today. You know, heat advisories are something we want to take seriously. The air temperature, as I just showed you, will be anywhere from 102 to 106 today, with potential heat index in some places of up to 109. The peak heating hours of the day, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., you're really going to want to either stay inside in the air conditioning or take all the heat precautions that you can. Staying hydrated, using sunscreen, making sure you're wearing a hat, breathable clothes, all of those things, because the heat this afternoon will be dangerously hot. And that heat advisory is for tomorrow too, because it's just going to be as hot tomorrow as well. Now look at the forecast for the day today. Through about 10 o'clock, it'll be okay outside. Temperatures will be in the 80s, but around noon, that's when we'll already be in the mid 90s. 104 for the high temperature at 5 p.m. Winds will not even be all that high today, south at 5 to 15 miles per hour. After the sun sets, though, at 8:34, it will be a tolerable evening with temperatures falling into the 80s by 10 o'clock. So what's ahead in the forecast? What are we going to talk about? Obviously, the record heat possible today with the heat advisory in place, but tomorrow it's still going to be very hot, and Saharan dust is going to make its way back into the atmosphere. I'll tell you what that means for air quality and potential allergy-like symptoms. And then later on this week, we are going to have a small, keyword on there, small dip in temperatures that could take us out of the triple digits. So I'll have a look at all of this and more coming up in a bit. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Back to that late-breaking news on the city's northeast side. An 18-wheeler crashing onto the premises of a local hotel.
Our Jonathan Cotto joins us live outside the Hallmark Inn Suites, which is off of I-35 between Rittiman and Eisenhower. So, Jonathan, what can you see?
Good morning, Sarah and Max. Well, right now, this is the scene right here, a very active scene. San Antonio Police and Traffic Investigation Division are trying to piece together and find out exactly what caused for this 18-wheeler to come crashing into the pool of this motel. Now, from the looks of it, you can see that there's a car involved. Police are telling us there was a man and woman involved in the car that you see on your TV screen right now. They were taken to BAMC and we're told they are in stable condition, but it was a process getting them out of this vehicle. As you can see in the distance, one of the seats has also been taken out. Just a mess out here this morning. Now, the driver of the 18-wheeler, he was here on scene. I had the opportunity of speaking with his wife just seconds ago. He's okay. He luckily was not injured in this accident, and we're also told that nobody was injured, or at least no injuries have been reported from inside of this motel. Now, as for the cause, right now they're telling us that speed may have been a factor, but Max and Sarah, let me tell you, there's been also another injury here. We're told the pedestrian was walking at the moment of this impact. Now, he was also taken to BAMC, and we're told that his condition right now is critical. So we're right now on scene waiting to hear more information. Again, TID is investigating the cause, and again, they believe speed to be a factor. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Also new this morning, police searching for the driver suspected of hitting and killing a bicyclist on the city's northeast side. So take a look. This is what we know right now. This happened around 3 a.m. This is 35 near Selma. Now, police say the bicyclist pronounced dead on the scene. Details still limited. So here's what we can tell you. Investigators working to figure out what exactly happened, but they're actually asking for your help. If you have any information that can help them figure out what happened, you're asked to call police immediately.
An update this morning on a story we first brought you here on GMSA. Police have made an arrest in connection to a deadly shooting on San Antonio's southwest side. Just take a look at your screen. This is 24-year-old Robert Rodriguez. Now, according to an arrest affidavit, he got into an argument with a neighbor before allegedly shooting him. This all began around 8 o'clock on Thursday night in a neighborhood on Gwenda Lee near Old Pearsall Road. Police say Rodriguez went into a neighbor's home and allegedly shot a 40-year-old man once in the chest and took off from the scene. The victim was rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the chest. He would later die from his injuries. Now, Rodriguez is in jail this morning facing a murder charge. The arrest affidavit says security video led to his arrest.
All right, well, here's some frustrating breaking news this morning. Gasoline topping $5 a gallon across the country this morning. Obviously, we're all feeling the pain at the pump, but the pain doesn't stop there. Higher gas prices actually means pretty much higher prices for everything you buy.
Joel Elzenbaum from our sister station in KPRC in Houston breaks down gallon by gallon the tackle down cost from high gas prices.
Hi there. I want to talk to you about two important things. One is a gallon of gas, and the other is a gallon of milk, and how the cost of this gas and the cost of this milk are tied together. Let's talk about the gas first. There are lots of things that go into what a gallon of gas actually costs. Did you know that 10% of it is just for marketing and distributing all of that gas? Another 25%? 25% is for refining costs and for some profit. 22% is for taxes that are involved with a gallon of gas. But most of the cost of a gallon of gas is from crude oil. 43% of the cost you pay for a gallon of gas is because of what crude oil costs. And right now, crude oil is more expensive. It's a question of supply and demand, and there's a big issue with supply. Russia holds a lot of oil, and right now, they're in a conflict with Ukraine. So supply is pretty tough. And it's making everything more expensive, like this milk. This milk right here is more expensive because of this jug. This jug is made from plastic. Plastic is made from crude oil. It's more expensive to make the container. But not just the container, not just the milk, but also transporting it. Remember, a gallon of gas, a gallon of fuel, a gallon of diesel is more expensive right now. So everything's more expensive. It's not just gas and milk. Sugar right now is up 16%. Not just sugar, let's talk about corn. This corn right here is 37% more expensive. Everything is more expensive when a gallon of gas is more expensive.
And that was Joel Eisenbaum reporting from KPRC. We've been talking about inflation for weeks, including how it's impacting gas prices. We now want to hear from you. How are increased gas prices impacting your life?
So you can share your thoughts right now. Scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you to a quick 10-question survey. You can share your thoughts, and you can also search gas prices on our website and look for the article. I actually did the survey yesterday, and I wrote like a whole op-ed on it. Whole paragraph, and I was like, no, don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
6:39, 77 degrees out.
David Elder, here's some good news.
Ooh.
David Elder taking us to a local spot that serves up classic Puerto Rican food. We have a preview of Texas Eats that's still ahead.
And of course, we have great grads this morning. A Southside ISD graduate starting her own business, hoping to become a big entrepreneur. Not only make money, but help spread culture. We're going to introduce you to her in just a bit.
All right, if you need to do anything outside, do it now. 77 degrees at 6:40 this morning. Sarah Spivey has another triple-digit forecast for us in just a bit. All right, a top scholar, entrepreneur, and a musician.
So you may have actually seen her artwork and her displays driving around the Alamo City. She uses her business as a way to help build culture. In today's Great Graduate segment, we introduce you to Adriana Arellano from Southside ISD.
I have a small jewelry business on Instagram called Hi Sunny Leo, where I make jewelry art that is loosely related to the Huirarica culture that takes place around like Nayarit in Jalisco in Mexico.
Adriana started her own business via Instagram. Obviously, it's a way to make money, but for her, it is so much more than that.
So basically, my goal is to try to put a little bit of a modern twist on it in hopes of expanding that culture here to local areas here in San Antonio.
Adriana's art isn't just pieces on sale. She is award-winning here in San Antonio.
So I won the Go Public Art Contest where my artwork, Butterfly, is showcased on one of the VO buses that is probably cruising around downtown right now. And they recently gave me a tote bag just last Friday showing my artwork.
And to say she is multi-talented would frankly be an understatement.
And this winter, she was also part of the Winter Guard competition with our color guard, where their group ended up winning first in their division in state contests.
I think that it was the first time ever that we won a championship like that.
Adriana is a top-tier student, businesswoman, and artist.
She's part of a clarinet quartet that earned a 1, which is the highest rating on the hardest difficulty piece, so they advanced to the state contest.
And as Adriana graduates from high school, she has a special message for any student out there who's willing to listen.
There's no reason to think that you can't learn how to create anything. If you want to learn how to do something, if you want to learn how to express yourself and share that with the rest of the community, just go for it.
All right, so when we talk about, well-rounded students, she encapsulates it.
I'm already Googling because I want some of your jewelry. I was like, oh, where can I buy her jewelry? So I'm going to have to get that done.
Yeah, and of course, we're going to have all that information on KSAT.com throughout the morning. But for now, Sarah Spivey, it is 77 degrees, but it's like a hot 77 degrees.
Oh, yeah, we already have a heat index this morning.
Nice.
Max and Sarah. So, yeah, today is going to be a day where you're going to want to find a way to stay cool. It's Saturday. A lot of people starting to enjoy local area pools. Here's your poolside forecast for today. Whew, you're going to need to find a way to stay cool. 0% chance for rain, 100% chance for total sunshine and the heat. By noon, we'll already be at 95 degrees, 104 for the high temperature today. South winds at 5 to 15. Now, here's an important stat, too. The UV index is going to be extreme. Skin damage time within 10 minutes. So make sure to put on that sunscreen, find some shade, protect yourself from the sun. 78 right now, but as I mentioned, we've already got a heat index. It feels like 80 degrees outside. We are seeing the first light of the day here, and that sun is not going to be our friend today. It's going to be warming us up quickly. Dew points in the 70s right now, and if you do need to get out and walk the dog, do it now because temperatures are only going to go up from here. 76 in Hondo, 75 Pleasanton, 79 Cotulla, 81 already in Del Rio, 80 in Junction, 75 in Fredericksburg. Metro view of the San Antonio area, 71 in Seguin, 74 this morning in New Braunfels, 75 in Castroville, 76 in Hondo, and 73 in Bandera. But we're seeing the sun out right now. This is how hot it's going to be in the afternoon. Peak heating, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 104 in San Antonio, 104 Seguin, 104 in Nixon, 105 in New Braunfels. Our average high this time of year is 92. We're going to be some 10 degrees warmer than that. 104 in Bandera, 105 in Hondo, 105 in Uvalde, and 104 in Los Maples. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast, again, get out right now if you have to do outdoor activities or if you want to get that morning run in. This is the time to do it. Temperatures will be climbing to 87 by 10. After 10 o'clock, we're going to be in the 90s. 91 by 11, 95 around lunch hour. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, so not too much of a breeze today, but at least it's something. And then for the majority of the afternoon, we'll be in the triple digits, topping off at 104 in San Antonio. By the way, if we reach 104, that would tie an 80-year-old record for the day. It is hot outside, all because of this pesky heat high in place. And notice that the heat high compresses air. It prevents the rising of air for showers and storms. So all of the rain across the nation is going up and over this heat high. Over the next couple of days, this heat high is going to move overhead Texas, but then by the middle of the week, it'll be moving off to the east. So this is what it means for our high temperatures. Today and tomorrow are going to be the hottest days of the 7-day period. We'll still be hot Monday and Tuesday. And by the way, we're still going to be hot into the end of the week as well. Temperatures are just going to fall a couple of degrees, though, so that by Wednesday, we should be below that triple-digit mark as that heat high slides off to the east. But it's still going to be hot either way you look at it. And I want to talk for a moment about Saharan dust. We're going to have a plume of Saharan dust move into south central Texas as early as tomorrow afternoon. Now, it really should not impact air quality in a major way. What you'll see more than anything is just some haze on the horizon starting Sunday, but then that'll thicken up by Monday and Tuesday. We'll have a fairly dense cloud of Saharan air that could give you allergy-like symptoms for those who are particularly sensitive to it. And that should last into Friday, and by the weekend, we'll see that layer of Saharan air start to subside. But it is that time of year. We deal with the Saharan dust every single year. So keep that in mind, that Saharan dust will be with us throughout the week. Again, really just putting a haze on the horizon, but it could provide allergy-like symptoms for some folks. And then hottest forecast for today and tomorrow, seeing that heat high slide off to the east. That'll introduce a 10% chance for a stray coastal shower, but that's the best we can do right now. Unfortunately, doesn't look like we're going to have any good rainmakers over the next 7 to 10 days. Max and Sarah.
Okay, embracing my dried up yellow garden right now.
Thank you, Sarah. It's 6:50, 77 degrees.
Oh, I can embrace this though. Look at that. We can do a preview of what's coming up on today's episode of Texas Eats.
We need samples to start the day. I think that we can express to the people how good the food is.
Right, we can be like the hype people.
Yeah, hype team. Taking a live look out at the roadways. A lot of people out and about this morning. Like Sarah was saying, if you have stuff to do today, best to do it early. Avoid the heat. We'll be right back.
Eats at 10 a.m. David Elder takes us to a Puerto Rican restaurant.
All right, it's on the south side of San Antonio, and it is serving up some amazing sandwiches. Let's take a look.
The Cuban sandwich, a very popular item in Puerto Rico, even though it's named the Cuban sandwich. You can find it all over the island of Puerto Rico, right?
Yes,
so talk to me about what's in here.
We have our pork roast. It has smoked ham, pickles, and mayonnaise, mustard, and it's pressed, and we put some butter on top.
Oh, and then you have some side items on here as well, right?
Yes, those are our tostones, our traditional twice fried plantains. They're green plantains. We fry them, we smash them, and then we fry them again. So they're very crispy and
they look
healthy
good.
too.
This is the Cuban sandwich. The iconic Cuban sandwich on the menu out here is perfect. It has all the elements that you want inside, the crispy bread on the outside, nice and tender on the inside. Then you have the pork they're making in-house, the pickles, the cheese. You dunk into that mayo ketchup. You get transported onto a secluded beach in Puerto Rico where you can be holding your pina colada and just enjoying yourself. That's incredible.
Transports you.
I mean, look, a Cuban sandwich and a pina colada to start the day. Weekend of Champions.
Right.
Time now, it's 6:55, 77 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, I'm Jonathan Cotto. San Antonio police investigating what could have caused this 18-wheeler to come crashing into the pool area of this motel here on I-35. Now, we know that the driver of the 18-wheeler was traveling north on the access road of I-35 North before impacting the pool, involving the vehicle as well, where a man and a woman had to be cut out of the vehicle. They've been taken to BAMC. They are in stable condition right now. We're told the driver of the 18-wheeler left the scene uninjured. A pedestrian was also walking moments before the impact. He has been taken to BAMC as well. We're told his condition right now is critical. No reports of injuries from within the hotel, but of course everything remains under investigation. TID right now determining what could have caused this crash, but we do know that they suspect that speed may have been a factor. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Big story today is going to be the heat. Through about 10, we'll be in the 80s, but as soon as we hit noon, 95 and then 104 for the high temperature. Heat advisory in place today and tomorrow. Elsewhere, temperatures will range anywhere from 103 to 106, so please use caution outside today. Ditto weather tomorrow. We will see some Saharan dust in the air. You'll notice the haze on the horizon, perhaps even some light allergy symptoms. Temperatures will drop by a few degrees by the middle of the week, and we could open up the atmosphere to a stray shower or storm from the coast. But honestly, hot, dry weather is going to be the main story over the coming days, guys.
Hot dust in your face.
Piece of optimism. There's double digits on the screen.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to take an hour-long break. We'll see you back here at 8 a.m.
See you guys at 8.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A huge crash on the city's northeast side ends with 3 people in the hospital, and it ends with an 18-wheeler in a hotel swimming pool. We're going to explain.
And there is a dire need for pet foster parents. We'll tell you where you can go rescue dogs and puppies who are running out of time this morning.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Do not let this deceive you. It looks calm and quiet. Blue skies. It is a warm 79 degrees, and it is going to get even warmer throughout the day. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But for now, good morning. It is 8 o'clock this Saturday morning. Thank you so much for starting your weekend with us.
Good morning.
Did you go outside today?
No, I mean, today I walked from the car to the building.
Did you feel it at that point?
It wasn't as bad.
So it was a little chilly in here earlier today.
Well, it's always chilly in here.
I stepped outside. You were the worst. I stepped outside to defrost. Sarah Spivey, it hits harder than 79 degrees.
Well, that's because there's humidity out there right now, too. So it feels like it's in the 80s, even though temperatures are just now starting to get close to 80 degrees. Big weather story today. Heat advisory in place all weekend long across south central Texas. Heat advisories for air temperatures of 102 to 106. Heat index values 104 to 109. It is going to be hot not only today, but also tomorrow. 104 tomorrow as well. Today, we could tie a record, an 80-year-old record of 104 set back in 1942. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, too, with a high temperature of 104. I'd like to take this time to remind everyone about some pet safety. You're definitely going to want to walk the dogs out there right now. You get the green paw until about 10, 11 a.m. And then as soon as noon, it's going to be 95 degrees with temperatures warming up into the triple digits in the afternoon. Not only is it going to be very hot for your dog or for outdoor activities, but also the concrete and the asphalt are going to be very hot too. So wait until the evening to walk those dogs for longer distances or get them out there right now, because again, going to be very hot. Now, coming up in the forecast, I'm going to show you how hot it's going to be in your neighborhood, and we'll actually talk about shaving off a few degrees from the high temperature coming up in just a bit. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, 3 people in the hospital and cleanup now underway after a big crash on the city's northeast side. This big crash ended with an 18-wheeler in a hotel pool. Take a look. This all happened around 3 this morning. This is right off of I-35 between Eisenhower and Rittiman. Now, 2 people had to be cut from their vehicles. We're told they are doing all right. A pedestrian also hit in this crash. They're in the hospital. At last check, that pedestrian who was hit is in critical condition. At this time, still unclear what exactly led to the crash. We are going to be following this story on air and online, so make sure to stay with us throughout the morning.
And police are looking for the driver suspected of hitting and killing a bicyclist on with the vehicle on the city's northeast side. This happened around 3 this morning on I-35 near Selma. Police say the bicyclist was pronounced dead on the scene. Details are still limited at this time. If you have any information that could help investigators find the driver responsible, you're asked to call police.
And also new this morning, a mother and son in the hospital after being shot while standing right outside their home on the city's east side. So this happened around 11:15 last night. This is the 100 block of Nalina. This is near East Commerce. That's where police say a vehicle pulled up and someone inside the vehicle just started shooting. Those 2 people hit. The 60-year-old mother shot several times. At last check, she was in critical condition. Her son, who was with her, he was shot in the leg, both taken to BAMC. We are still waiting to hear from investigators what exactly happened and who is responsible.
We now go to Uvalde, Texas, where victims of that deadly mass shooting at Robb Elementary continue to be laid to rest.
So this morning, family and friends saying their final goodbyes to 10-year-old Alexandra Rubio. We actually heard from her parents. They called her Lexi. They say she was compassionate. She dreamed of attending St. Mary's University, playing softball, attending St. Mary's Law School. The law school actually putting together a scholarship in Lexi's name.
Her funeral is set to begin at 10 this morning at First Baptist Church. Lexi's parents were in Washington, D.C. earlier this week testifying before Congress in the push for gun reform.
And speaking of gun reform, we now want to talk about those protests that are scheduled for today across the country. All of those protests and marches in favor of tougher gun laws.
We're talking about the March for Our Lives. It's also happening here in San Antonio. It's where we find our Jonathan Cotto. He is live downtown. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Max. That's right. I'm here at the footsteps of City Hall with organizer Frank Reese, who's going to talk to us a little bit about what's taking place here and what you need to know if you're interested in participating in this March for Our Lives. Good morning, Frank. How are you?
Good morning, Jonathan. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Now, a big day here, the march about to kick off in a couple of hours. What can we expect? Talk to us about March for Our Lives and why this is happening today.
So March for Our Lives began in 2018 following a massacre at a high school in Florida, in Parkland, Florida, and it kicked off marches across the country. Uvalde, Buffalo, those shootings have reminded us that we have not done enough to reduce gun violence in our country, and so our march today is in support of that cause.
Now, I understand that there's a law on the table as far as discussion. We're talking about red flag laws, AR-15 reform, and even universal background checks. How successful have these marches been? Sure. How successful have these marches been? Because I know they take place across the country, as you mentioned.
Well, that's true. Actually, there's been success. For example, in Florida, a state where that massacre occurred in Parkland, that state enacted reform for red flags, a process for people to take concerns they have about someone who's of danger and has access to weapons. And it also increased the age for assault weapon access to the age of 21. Those are both reforms that could have been in place in Texas and played a critical role in Uvalde. The shooter there had access to assault weapons and was only 18. The shooter there, his community noticed issues, had concerns, but had nowhere to take those concerns because those red flag laws and processes don't exist in Texas today.
Frank, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. We're going to continue this conversation. Max and Sarah, we're going to fill you in a little bit more of what's going to be taking place here at Milan Park as well. The march is going to be starting at 10 and going on till 12, till noon. So we'll see you here in the next half hour. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jonathan. And for the first time since that tragedy in Uvalde, CISD Police Chief Pete Arredondo spoke about the police response at Robb Elementary.
His first interview with a reporter from the Texas Tribune. This morning, we're actually hearing from the reporter who interviewed him. So he's a political reporter at the Texas Tribune. And in the article, James Barragan, he writes that Chief Arredondo was devastated by the events. He also says the chief wants the public to know that his team did the best they could that devastating day.
He will still have to answer more questions. There's no doubt about that. But I think from his perspective, he's trying to show people what his why he did the things he did. And he says he's very proud of the law enforcement response and they did the best that they could under the situation.
Well, you can watch that full interview with Texas Tribune reporter James Barragan right now on KSAT.com.
All right, another big story this morning, the heat. ERCOT soon expects power demand to top out at almost 76,000 megawatts. Now, that's expected to happen around 6 o'clock tonight when temperatures are expected to be in the triple digits. And that 76,000 number, well, that would be a record. ERCOT's previous record of 74,000 megawatts was set in August of 2019. We asked ERCOT and CPS Energy about the projected spike in demand earlier this week. So CPS says their facilities are ready. ERCOT says they expect to have, quote, sufficient generation to meet the forecasted demand.
And like Sarah Spivey has been talking about all morning, you also have to be ready. This weekend, you'll need sunscreen, shade, and lots of water. Heat-related illnesses like heat exhaustion and heat stroke are no joke. Both come with symptoms like feeling cold, clammy skin, dizziness, fainting, headaches, nausea, and sweating. Heat stroke symptoms also include a high body temperature, confusion, and damp, dry, hot, or red skin, and a fast pulse. But you can avoid all of this by staying hydrated and out of the sun.
All right, time now, just about 8:10, 79 degrees out.
Much more still to come on GMSA. Coming up a little later, we have details on a shooting investigation at a Southwest Side apartment complex. What we know so far.
And the pain at the pump just gets worse by the day. The national average reaching record highs just this morning, a whopping $5 a gallon. We're going to tell you what experts say are driving those prices.
Take a look outside with live cam. It looks like a beautiful start today, 79 degrees at 8:10. But if you want to be outside, do it now. It's only going to get way hotter later. Sarah Spivey has our Saturday forecast when we come back.
good morning and welcome back. Not a good morning if you have to fill up the gas tank this morning. Gas across the country hitting an average of $5 a gallon for the first time. All of us feeling pain at the pump.
Ooh, yeah, and unfortunately, higher gas prices means higher prices for pretty much everything. Joel Eisenbaum from our sister station in KPRC in Houston breaks down gallon by gallon on trickle-down costs from high gas prices.
Hi there. I want to talk to you about two important things. One is a gallon of gas, and the other is a gallon of milk, and how the cost of this gas and the cost of this milk are tied together. Let's talk about the gas first. There are lots of things that go into what a gallon of gas actually costs. Did you know that 10% of it is just for marketing and distributing all of that gas? Another 25% is for refining costs and for some profit. 22% is for taxes that are involved with a gallon of gas. But most of the cost of a gallon of gas is from crude oil. 43% of the cost you pay for a gallon of gas is because of what crude oil costs. And right now, crude oil is more expensive. It's a question of supply and demand, and there's a big issue with supply. Russia holds a lot of oil, and right now they're in a conflict with Ukraine. So supply is pretty tough, and it's making everything more expensive, like this milk. This milk right here is more expensive because of this jug. This jug is made from plastic. Plastic is made from crude oil. It's more expensive to make the container, but not just the container, not just the milk, but also transporting it. Remember, a gallon of gas, a gallon of fuel, a gallon of diesel is more expensive right now. So everything's more expensive. It's not just gas and milk. Sugar right now is up 16%. Not just sugar, let's talk about corn. This corn right here is 37% more expensive. Everything is more expensive when a gallon of gas is more expensive.
Well, we've been talking about inflation for weeks now, really months, including how it's impacting gas prices. But we want to hear from you. How are your increased gas prices? How is it affecting your day-to-day life?
Well, you can share your thoughts with us by scanning the QR code on your screen. It will take you a quick 10-question survey where you can share your thoughts. You can also search gas prices on our website and look for this article. Max, you said you had a lot of thoughts when you filled out this survey.
So it's actually, and credit to our team on KSAT.com, the survey is super easy, and at the end, you can go through suggestions of how you can basically save energy and save on energy prices.
I mean, I traded in my truck for
There you
hybrid,
go. You went
so
hybrid. And also,
making those changes, Sarah.
I mean, air conditioning too.
For sure. It was this time last year that the air conditioning in my car gave out. So,
gosh,
it's been fixed, which is good. But, you know, we are going to need a way to stay cool today. It's going to be dangerously hot today. Heat advisory for all of South Central Texas. Air temperatures anywhere from 102 to 106 and a heat index value 104 to 109. Peak heating of the day 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Look across the state of Texas, though. Nearly all of the state of Texas, and for that matter, nearly all of Oklahoma, under a heat advisory of some sort, with excessive heat warnings out toward Arizona. This is a look at the forecast high temperatures this afternoon across the state of Texas. Just about everybody is going to be at or above 100 degrees. 104 here in San Antonio, 106 in Del Rio, 105 Junction, 107 in Abilene and El Paso, and 103 in Dallas-Fort Worth. The culprit? This heat high, the dome of high pressure that's currently right over West Texas and Arizona. Notice that it's sending all of the rain up and over this heat dome. But here in San Antonio, this is just going to build over this weekend. So today and tomorrow, 104 degrees as that heat high settles over Texas. Now, as we head into next week, that high is going to be moving off to the east. So we'll slowly be able to shave off a few degrees every day. It's still going to be hot Monday, 102, hot Tuesday, 100 degrees, and even by Wednesday and Thursday, still hot, close to 100, but we'll likely sink below that triple-digit mark. And again, it's going to be about 5 degrees cooler. Still hot, though. 99 is hot, but it's better than 104, 105 like what we'll be dealing with today. Outside right now, totally clear skies, 80 degrees. It already feels like it's 84. So we've got a heat index with high dew points, high humidity, dew points in the 70s. But now is the time to get out if you have to walk the dog or do any outdoor exercise. This is the time because it's 78 in Hondo, 78 in Uvalde, 78 in Kerrville, 78 in New Braunfels, 81 in Del Rio, 75 in Rock Springs, and 81 in Eagle Pass. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Staying in the 80s until 10, but after that, we're going to be warming up. By noon, we'll be at 95 degrees. It'll probably feel close to 100 at noon with some heat index values that high. We'll have south winds today and total sunshine. South winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour, so not necessarily breezy, but in the shade, it shouldn't feel as bad. Still 102 at 3 p.m., 104 5 p.m., and then even as we head into the evening hours, temperatures are going to still be close to 100 by 8 p.m. Here's the thing, though. After sunset, 8:30, it'll be tolerable outside. Elsewhere, we'll be looking at 104 in Seguin, 105 in Hondo, 105 in Castroville, 105 in Floresville, 101 in Bulverde and in Bernie, 102 in Kerrville. Unfortunately, very little chances for rain over the next few days. When that heat high moves to the east, a couple of coastal showers could develop, but really the chance in San Antonio is only 10%, so not a good chance. And tomorrow, we're going to start to see some Saharan dust in the air. In the next half hour, I'll talk more about what that Saharan dust means, how long it'll be around. Just know, though, that we are in the doldrums of summer ahead of schedule. We've already had 10 triple-digit days, and by the end of this upcoming week, we'll add on a few more to that, Max and Sarah.
Oof. All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:20, 80 degrees out.
All right, still ahead on GMSA.
Oof, not exactly a top-tier day for Texas baseball teams. We're going to give you a rundown of what we saw and what you can expect for this afternoon. Good morning and welcome back. Not that great a morning if you are a baseball fan of one of our Texas teams. The Astros and the Rangers dropping both games yesterday. We're going to start in Houston. Marlins and Astros both getting on the board early in the first inning. Miami would then take off with 4 runs in the 5th inning, and really, that was it. Houston would never really recover. Marlins getting the big road W, the final from Minute Maid. Miami 7, Houston 4. Next up, though, Astros looking for revenge this afternoon, taking on the Marlins, 3:10 p.m. And heading a little bit north usually, but a lot bit north today. Going to the Rangers on the road in Chicago. That's why I said a lot bit north. Taking on the White Sox. The two clubs trading scores until Chicago pretty much blew it up in the 8th inning. 5 runs. And that would help them defend home field. The White Sox keeping the W at home. The final, Chicago 8, the Rangers 3. But don't worry, Rangers looking for vengeance. Also today, taking on the White Sox. It's an early one, 1:10 this afternoon. So if you want to escape the heat, stay inside, put on the fan, try to conserve some energy. So what do you keep it on like during peak hours?
76 to 78. If it's just me in the house, 78.
Okay.
But other people in the house complain. I roast them out. I'm conserving energy. I don't want to high power.
Smart. I don't blame you.
I'm always cold, too.
Time now, 8:25, 79 degrees out.
All right, just ahead on GMSA, David Elder takes us on a tour of a historic and haunted bar and grill in Austin. We have a preview after the break.
This is the last standing Sunday house in the city of Austin. It was built in the 1850s.
Was that a guy? No, that was somebody else. Okay, I was like, oh man, what'd you bring me in?
I know, right? One day we were closing down the restaurant. This was locked. Nobody had been here for a couple of hours. I noticed a circle of chairs at the center of this room.
Right where we're standing.
Right where we're standing.
The Sunday house that is attached to the original building is one of the oldest buildings in downtown Austin. It has a lot of haunted history to it, but when you're walking around, it has an overall pretty chill vibe. It isn't until you go downstairs into the old cellar where things get a little creepy.
During the early 1900s, this was actually just a basement area, and then during Prohibition from 1920 to 1934, this was actually a speakeasy. They were making wine out of Mustang grapes down here, and they were also making moonshine down here as well. They're all original limestone walls. You really can't find this at Home Depot. I tried.
Yeah, they're real. It's the real stuff.
So you're convinced, Austin?
Chairs in a circle, definitely.
That's fair. All right, time now. It's just about 8:30, 80 degrees out.
All right, much more to come in our next half hour. We have a great grad series continues with a young woman from Harlandale ISD. We'll tell you about her incredible story.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. 8:31 this Saturday morning. Thank you so much for starting your day with us.
Happy Saturday. Hey, okay,
Saturday.
So Max, you ruptured your Achilles a while back.
Yep.
We've been sitting.
I still like the sitting
And
part.
I just want to give people an update. You started physical therapy.
And
And he's healing.
Cool.
You did the treadmill the other day.
Okay, so it was like an anti-gravity treadmill, so it takes some pressure off. It was very cool.
Yeah.
It feels good. Slowly but surely, I keep making the joke one step at a time.
There you go. Well, we're happy for you, Max.
Thank you.
He is healing and doing good.
Honestly, Sarah Spivey, great transition to you. I want to be able to walk outside.
Got to do it now.
Yeah.
You got to do it now because this is how hot it's going to be in the afternoon. Take a look at these temperatures forecast around south central Texas today. 104 in San Antonio, 105 in New Braunfels, 105 in Hondo, 105 in Uvalde, 106 in Del Rio. This is no joke heat. In fact, there is a heat advisory in place not only today, but also tomorrow, because the forecast is going to be very similar tomorrow too as far as the heat goes. It's just going to be hot all around. We get heat index values today from 104 to 109. Peak heating of the day, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. You're going to want to find a way to stay cool. Perhaps that's by the pool. Here's your poolside forecast. 0% chance for rain today, but it is going to be hot. By noon, we'll be at 95 for the high temperature, 104 in San Antonio. Not much of a wind, although there will be a breeze from the south at 5 to 15 miles per hour. UV index is going to be extreme today, so skin damage time within less than 10 minutes because of the complete sunshine. So what's ahead? What are we going to talk about? Talk about what that heat advisory means for you today. And tomorrow, Sunday, we start to introduce Saharan dust into the atmosphere for the first time this year. And finally, in the week ahead, we are going to have a small dip in temperatures. It's the little things when we're dealing with the heat wave. I'll talk about all of this coming up in just a bit. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, San Antonio police trying to figure out what exactly led to a deadly shooting that happened on the city's southwest side. So this is what we know right now. It happened around 9 last night. This is an apartment complex on Whitewood Street near Medina Base Road. That's where officers say they found the body of a man who had been shot multiple times. At this time, police don't have any suspects in custody. They're still speaking with witnesses. Those witnesses saying they heard the gunshots.
New details this morning in a story we first brought you right here on GMSA.
That's right. An arrest finally been made in connection to a deadly shooting on the southwest side. Take a look at your screen. 24-year-old Robert Rodriguez. According to the arrest affidavit, he got into an argument with a neighbor before shooting him.
This all began around 8 on Thursday night in a neighborhood on Gwenda Lee near Pearsall Road. Police say Rodriguez went into a neighbor's home and shot the 40-year-old allegedly once in the chest and took off from the scene. The victim was rushed to the hospital with the gunshot wound to the chest. He would later die from his injuries.
So Rodriguez in jail this morning. He's now facing a murder charge. The arrest affidavit says that he was caught because he was caught on camera on security video. Now to the protests set for today across the country. Those protests and marches, they're all in favor of tougher gun laws.
We're talking about the March for Our Lives. It's happening right here in San Antonio.
Now, Jonathan Cotto joining us live near downtown with the details for today's march here. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Max. Good morning, Sarah. You know, I have to say I am very excited to be here. Understand that March for Our Lives is going to be taking place here in San Antonio for the very first time. And a large part of that has to do with our organizer here, Frank Ruiz. Frank, I was learning that you became a volunteer just 2 weeks ago.
I did. I became a volunteer for March for Our Lives 2 weeks ago. This is actually the second time we'll hold a March for Our Lives rally in San Antonio. There was a group of people, young youth organizers who organized this event 4 years ago and had a terrific turnout, and we hope to match that enthusiasm today.
Now, Frank, the March for Our Lives happening today is advocating, championing for some very key and important laws, if put it that way, right? We want to see some change. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Sure, that's exactly right, Jonathan. We're going to be gathering at Millen Park a little before 10 a.m., migrating over to City Hall to hold a rally. And what we're hoping to do is, not hoping to do, what we want to show with our community is that they're not alone in thinking that sensible gun safety should be a priority for our elected officials holding that type of legislation up.
Well, Frank, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for organizing this march. Folks, there you have it. If you want to see change in your community, what the effort here is mobilizing that effort and also motivating folks to go out and vote. That's something that's really being voiced here this morning, is the importance and the significance of registering to vote. That way we can really provoke change. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jonathan. Well, many are wondering what will happen to the physical building of Robb Elementary. What's the plan for the building going forward?
So Uvalde Consolidated ISD, they have made it clear no student will ever return to that building. So now officials are asking the community what they want to do with the building.
Some people don't want to tear it down. Others think the building should be transformed into something that will help the community heal.
Tearing it down is kind of extreme, I think, because it's unless they're going to build a new school there, which I don't see if that accomplishes anything.
I just hope our community can come together and figure out how to move forward.
The school district officials have not said when they will begin gathering input from community members, but right now that school is a temporary memorial site. Now, we've seen so much community from across the country, across Texas and across San Antonio pour in for the families that have had to go through that unimaginable situation, and some of that support coming from our own San Antonio Missions. Yes, the baseball team. Coming up in a little later on GMSA, we're going to explain to you the latest gesture that the Missions are doing to help the families in need.
And right now, there is a dire need for pet foster parents. San Antonio Pets Alive says its shelters are full, and there are many dogs set to be euthanized this morning at 11 a.m., so in just about an hour and a half. So right now on our website, we have everything you need to know about applying for fostering and adopting to save some of these puppies that are set to be euthanized at 11 this morning. Just take a look at this article on KSAT.com.
Some other top stories we're following this morning: a Texas federal judge throwing out guidelines set by the Biden administration over who is to be prioritized for immigration enforcement.
The administration's guidelines sought to prioritize the detaining of undocumented immigrants based on the nature of the crimes they had committed. Those guidelines have now been thrown out, marking the latest legal setback for the Biden administration on immigration.
So this rule stems from a lawsuit brought by the states of Texas and Louisiana concerning a provision that says undocumented immigrants who committed crimes will be taken into custody after they're released. The ruling is set to take effect in just 7 days.
And there's one less thing people visiting from other countries have to do when they come to the U.S. That's take a COVID test.
So starting tomorrow morning, U.S.-bound air travelers do not have to get a test. It's something they've had to do since January of last year.
The Biden administration says the rule isn't necessary anymore based on current science and data. The CDC says it will release its decision in 90 days.
So we talk about gas prices, we talk about the record inflation. It's hurting all of us in different ways, but it's also hurting local organizations whose mission is to help others. The San Antonio Food Bank serves 90,000 people every week, and these rises in prices and gas, well, it's not making their mission any easier. That is why tomorrow morning on Leading USA at 8 a.m., we're going to be joined by Eric Cooper, President and CEO of the Food Bank. We're going to be talking about what the need looks like in and around our community, new programs set for this summer, and how you can help out. If you have any questions that you would like to ask, you can submit those questions right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. Then join us tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Time now, 8:41, 80 degrees out.
Well, still ahead on GMSA, our Great Grad series continues with a young woman from Harlandale ISD. We'll tell you about the adversity that she overcame to find success.
And let's take a live look out there. Like we said, already 80 degrees. We could see triple digits today, but this Heat is nothing to joke around with. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
Well, today's great graduate is from Harlandale ISD, and she is not letting anything slow her down.
Celestina Martinez using her life experiences to motivate and help others.
There were 17 bullet holes in my walls, and it was scary. It was really scary. We didn't know what to do. It happened at like 3 a.m.
Meet Celestina Martinez, whose family's home was shot at multiple times.
Once again, 3 o'clock in the morning, this time 25 of them. I was like, whoa. And I was actually awake. This happened at 3 o'clock in the morning. The first thing that happened was my son comes running out of the room, and we're like, where's Celestina? Where's Celestina? Where's Celestina? Because she didn't come out. And when we went into her room, first thing we saw were like those 17 holes in the wall.
Celestina and her family moved out, but the fear never left.
And I had to just pretend like everything was okay, but it really wasn't. And then I had a speech class, and through that, I was able to vocalize all of my issues and my struggles and get it out to other people to help them.
Now, she gives motivational speeches trying to help others.
A lot of them are about mental health and pushing forward, and I would say knowing your self-worth. My first one it primarily focused on my experiences with the shootings and how I overcame them and how I didn't let such a dark period of my life hold me down. A lot of people, they struggle with so many things and they don't speak up, and they feel like there's nobody there to relate to them.
Celestina is using what happened to her and using her voice to help make a difference.
So Celestina is a very unique little girl that has the ability to overcome and adapt and know how to express herself.
Next up, this great graduate wants to help even more people.
I want to pursue my BSN, nursing. So, helping people is my passion. And I'm also going to get married in August.
We wish her luck in her future.
Absolutely. And of course, we're going to have her story and all of our great grads on KSAT.com. All right, time now, 8:47, already 80 degrees.
80 degrees. There. It's what, 8:40? Wait, it's not even 9.
I know.
What's happening?
It's a little early taste of summer here in San Antonio. It feels like 84 degrees outside, though. The reason for that is we've got high humidity. Now, during the peak heat of the day, that humidity will come down, but it's going to stay hot today. In fact, forecasting a high temperature closer to 105 around San Antonio. Okay, outside right now, if you have any errands to do, this is the time because temperatures are still in the low 80s, even upper 70s in some spots. 78 in Hondo, 80 in Uvalde, 80 in Kerrville, 80 in San Antonio, 78 in New Braunfels, 82 in Pleasanton, closer Metro View here at 77 in Bernie, 78 at Simpson, 83 in Devine, 78 in Hondo. But again, this is a look at this afternoon's forecast high temperatures. Our average high this time of year is only 92, and we're going to be some 10 degrees plus warmer than that. 104 in San Antonio, 101 in Bulverde, 105 in New Braunfels, 104 in Seguin, 105 in Pleasanton, 104 in Utopia, 104 in Bandera, 102 in Kerrville. Yeah, we're quickly going to warm up here. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast, totally sunny by noon and 95. We are going to have winds from the south at 5 to 15 miles per hour, so at least we'll have a bit of a breeze. But by 2 p.m., we're going to be in the triple digits. And we still, after 2 p.m., have a few hours of heating to go. 104 for the high temperature right around 5, 6 p.m. And as we head into the evening, temperatures are going to fall after sunset at 8:34. We will be looking at temperatures falling into the 80s, but until then, it's going to be hot. Southeast winds, again, 5 to 15 miles per hour. If we hit 104 degrees today, that would tie an 80-year-old record. So this is unusual heat for this time of year. We've got a heat high in place just over West Texas, sending all of the rain up and over it and compressing the air near the surface. That's why we're hot. That's why we're going to continue to be hot. Over the next 2 days, that heat high is going to settle over Texas, but it'll move to the east during the week. So this is what our afternoon temperatures look like over the next few days. The hottest today and tomorrow, 104, 102 on Monday, and 100 on Tuesday. By Wednesday, temperatures may fall below the triple-digit mark, but it's still going to be hot. Not a huge difference between 99 and 104. One thing to talk about, though, is that we are expecting our first first plume of Saharan dust to work its way into south central Texas as early as tomorrow, right around the lunch hour, and then thickening up by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, the thing is that we are going to be seeing a haze on the horizon, and if you're really particularly sensitive to it, you could have allergy-like symptoms. Otherwise, we're just going to be hot over the next few days. Now, when that heat high moves off to the east, we will be looking at a 10% chance for a stray shower or storm, but that is nothing. That is measly. It's really just going to stay hot and dry, Sarah and Max.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, with temperatures.
Yep. Fun.
All right, time now just about 8:51, 80 degrees out.
All right, Max, Warriors or Celtics?
This is tough. I'm going to go with the Warriors. I got to love Steph Curry. We're going to prepare you for Game 5 after the break. Good morning, welcome back. KSAT 12, the home of the NBA Finals. So last night, Golden State getting the W over Boston in Boston, 107-97. So now both clubs have 2 wins heading into the weekend. So we go to Game 5. The series shifting back to Golden State. Should be a good one. You can watch it right here Monday night on KSAT 12.
Do you think the Celtics have a chance?
Oh, of course. They definitely have a chance.
I know, but do you think it's like going to
I think it's 50-50 right now. I think they both won 2 games. I'm not going to come out here and make this crazy prognostication.
Well, that's what I'm poking you to do so.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I like the Warriors. There we go. 8:54, but not more than the Spurs for anyone out there.
Of course not.
81 degrees out. It's getting hotter.
Oh my gosh. All right. Still ahead on GMSA, we'll tell you what our San Antonio missions are doing to help the families of victims from Robb Elementary School when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. So the San Antonio Missions will wear Uvalde high school baseball jerseys on Thursday, June 16th. Those are then going to be auctioned off, and those proceeds are actually going to be going to the Robb Elementary Memorial Fund.
So the jersey design is a replica of the ones worn by the Uvalde Coyotes, a high school baseball team. Fans in attendance at Wolf Stadium on June 16th will be able to bid on the game-worn jerseys during the game. And, of course, it all goes to the Robb School Memorial Fund. I love that.
Yeah, it's amazing to see people step up and help out. Time now, 8:57, 81 degrees out.
All right, so to come on GMSA, inflation has Americans shelling out more money for less. Find out what that means for families trying to make ends meet.
3 people in the hospital and an 18-wheeler ending up in the pool of a hotel. We're going to explain what happened and what comes next.
The rollout plan is underway for a COVID-19 vaccine for children under the age of 5. What parents need to know, including how soon they could be available.
And let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. 81 degrees already. How hot will it get? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. For now, good morning. It is 9 o'clock this Saturday morning.
Good morning. Okay, so a lot of people are probably going to be heading out to the pool, river, or beach.
Splash pads?
Splash pads. Mm-hmm. Which one? Pool, river, beach,
Oh,
splash
beach number
pad.
1. Beach number 1 always.
Beach, yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'm a beach girl, too. Sarah, you a pool girl?
Yeah, but I also really enjoy floating on the Comal in the Guadalupe. So if you're planning on doing that or really spending any time by a body of water today, here's your floating forecast. Well, only so many ways to say it. It's going to be very hot, dangerously hot, in fact. South winds at 5 to 15, but with total sunshine. By noon, we're going to be at 95 degrees, and then by 5 p.m., 104 for the high temperature heat advisory today. UV index will be extreme. Skin damage time, sunburn time, less than 10 minutes or so. So wherever you're going, make sure to stay protected from that sun. Heat advisory in place both today and tomorrow for all of South Central Texas. We're going to have temperatures anywhere from 100 to 106, heat index values up to 109 today. So please take care. Dangerously hot this weekend. 104 today. We'll be coming close to a record set back in 1942, 80 years ago. And 104 tomorrow. Sunny and hot tomorrow. A little bit more of a wind. Coming up in the forecast, I'm going to show you how hot it's going to be in your neighborhood, and this heat high is going to move off a little bit, shave off a few degrees. So we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, 3 people in the hospital. Cleanup now underway after a big crash on the city's northeast side. And it ended with an 18-wheeler and a hotel pool. Yes, you heard that right. So take a look. This happened around 3 this morning. This is right off of I-35 between Riddiman and Eisenhower. 2 people had to be cut from their vehicle after the crash. We're told those people are okay. The vehicle looked like it was totaled. There was a 3rd person injured. Now, a pedestrian was walking and was hit. They're in the hospital. At last check, they're in critical condition. Still at this time, unclear what exactly led to the crash, but the investigation is underway. We should have more updates throughout the day.
And police are looking for a driver suspected of hitting and killing a bicyclist with a vehicle on the city's northeast side. This happened around 3 o'clock this morning on I-35 and Loop 410. Police say the bicyclist was pronounced dead when they arrived. Details are still limited at this time. If you have any information that can help investigators find the driver responsible, you are asked to call police.
All right, well, we have breaking news in the newsroom. We know 1 person is dead, and that person who died, her son is still in the hospital. They were both shot while just standing outside of their home on the city's east side. So take a look. This happened around 11:15 last night. This is the 100 block of Nalina. That's near East Commerce. Police say a vehicle pulled up to where they lived. Someone inside that vehicle started shooting. The 60-year-old woman, the mother, she was hit several times. And like we said, we just found out that she had passed away. Her son shot in the leg, both taken to BAMC. Police still investigating, trying to figure out what exactly happened and who is responsible.
Well, in Texas, a federal judge has thrown out guidelines set by the Biden administration over who is to be prioritized for immigration enforcement. The administration's guidelines sought to prioritize the detaining of undocumented immigrants based on the nature of the crimes they had committed. Those guidelines have now been thrown out, marking the latest legal setback for the Biden administration on immigration. The ruling stems from a lawsuit brought by the state of Texas and Louisiana concerning a provision that says undocumented immigrants who committed crimes will be taken into custody after they are released. And the first COVID-19 vaccinations for children under the age of 5 could start as early as the week of June 20th.
But as parents wait for the final decision on vaccines for the age group, a rollout plan is already underway. CNN's Mandy Gaither has more on what parents need to know.
It's what many parents have been waiting for, the protection of a COVID-19 vaccine for young children.
Realistically, it means we could see shots in arms of kids under 5 as early as the week of June 20th.
FDA vaccine advisors are set to meet next week to discuss authorizing emergency use of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine for children ages 6 months through 5 years and Pfizer's vaccine for children 6 months through 4 years of age. Pending those decisions, the CDC will make final recommendations about the vaccines. But before that even happens, the White House says it's planning for all scenarios. Last week, 10 million vaccine doses were made available to pre-order for children under 5. Millions more will be ready to go in the coming weeks.
This approach allows us to seed communities with enough vaccine so that it is readily accessible and equitably distributed across the country.
While most parents are expected to seek a vaccine from their pediatrician, a senior administration official says additional vaccine clinics and sites will be set up at easy-to-access locations for parents, including pharmacies, schools, children's hospitals, diaper banks, community health centers, clinics, museums, libraries, and organizations serving minority communities across the country. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Time now, 9:06, 81 degrees out.
All right, can the electric grid that supplies the state of Texas hold up under this extreme heat and the demand for power? We speak with an economist with an answer.
And speaking of the extreme heat, we're going to take a live look out at the Alamo City. It looks so beautiful out there.
But it's not.
We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few minutes. All right, so the brutal Texas heat already affecting the state, and this is really even before the official start of summer. And so the early onset of the heat has people concerned about the state's power grid. We've seen it really not hold up before, so the question becomes, can it keep up with the demand and the usage?
It's a very important question, and it's expected to be a scorching summer. RJ Marquez shares what one energy economist says about whether Texas will be able to handle the heat.
San Antonio is already seeing record-breaking temperatures, and all signs point to a hotter-than-average summer. These triple-digit temps already putting a strain on the state's power grid.
We are hitting
numbers this week that ordinarily we wouldn't hit until August.
ERCOT, the state's grid operator, expects a summer peak demand of 77,317 megawatts, but says there are more than 91,000 megawatts available to meet that demand. Ed Heers, an energy economist at the University of Houston, said ERCOT will have to rely on renewable energy this summer.
We do have significant wind and significant solar energy assets that are contributing.
But Heers said concerns over enough generation are warranted. He said Texas has less generation now than it did more than a decade ago.
And that dispatchable fleet, what they call thermal generators that you can turn on and turn off, has shrunk.
Heers also points to some plants that went offline last month, causing ERCOT to ask Texans to conserve energy and keep thermostats at 78 degrees.
6 units trip off, and we had 20,000 megawatts of dispatchable power that wasn't available due to maintenance.
In May, ERCOT released a report that said that the state's power grid would have enough generating capacity to meet that peak demand from the summer. And Heers actually agrees with this assessment if everything goes to plan, but still says that there are scenarios where we could see rolling blackouts.
Pointed weather interruptions, plants having unexpected outages, in other words, say maintenance or some other part of the grid breaking down.
Heers expects maximum demand this summer, but ERCOT says there is enough to meet that number.
There's no question the grid's better than it was this time last year.
RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And Sarah, we really don't have any relief in sight.
No, we're going to stay hot for the foreseeable future. Really, we're now past the time of cold fronts, and we are now only usually see relief from the heat in the form of tropical moisture or anything that moves through. And there's just not any hints that that's going to happen over the next 7 days. So it's fitting that we're under heat advisory today. Air temperatures will range anywhere from 102 to 106 with heat index values as high as 109. And it's not just South Central Texas, and it's not just today. It's tomorrow too. And most of the entire state of Texas is under at least a heat advisory. So everybody is going to be dealing with those high energy demands. But as that story just said, we do have plenty of solar because we have tons of sun, and we do have plenty of wind energy because it's been so windy. Today will not be as windy as tomorrow, but still we'll have a stout breeze from the south at sometimes at about 15 miles per hour. Now, Texas sizzle. This is how hot it's going to be across the state. The entire state is going to be dealing with temperatures at least at 100 or greater, with the exception of Corpus Christi at 97 degrees. It'll be 107 in Abilene, 104 Midland, 107 in El Paso, 105 in Lubbock, 103 in Dallas, 104 in Austin, and 104 here in San Antonio. That would tie an 80-year-old record for the day. Heat high is firmly in place over West Texas right now. This is what is making it so unbearably hot, compressing the air, preventing showers and storms from developing. In fact, you can see all of the rain in the northern tier of the United States moving around that high. So while that heat high settles over tomorrow, it'll be 104 again. Then that high is going to push off to the east at the beginning of the week. So we'll shave off a couple of degrees. 102 in San Antonio on Monday. As that heat high continues to push off to the east, 100 on Tuesday. And then by Wednesday, we're going to be struggling to get to 100 degrees, but it's still going to be hot. The difference between 99 and 102 degrees, you can't really feel a major difference there, but at least we won't have that mental threshold of 100 degrees reached in San Antonio by the end of the week. Outside right now, it is 82 degrees, but it already feels like it's 86 because of the high humidity, dew points in the 70s, south winds at 10 miles per hour. So there's that little bit of a breeze that we was talking about a little earlier. It's 83 in Cotulla, 83 in New Braunfels, 82 in Gonzales, 81 in Hondo and Uvalde. You still got some time to get outside while it's at least relatively comfortable. But very soon we're going to be in the 90s, even by 11 o'clock in your KSAT 12-hour forecast. We'll be at 91 degrees, 95 at noon, 97 at 1 p.m. So lunch hour will be in the mid to upper 90s. And then by 2, that's when we'll be in the century mark. 104 for the high temperature for 5 p.m. And then as we head into this evening, it's still going to be hot for early evening activities. by 8, we're still going to be at 98 degrees. But after the sun sets at 8:34, temperatures will be more palatable. It'll be 91 at 9 and into the 80s by 10 p.m. But elsewhere, we'll be dealing with a high temperatures and neighborhood view of those high temperatures. 104 in Rio Medina, 105 Port SA, West Side area, 105 in Petite, 104 in Converse, 104 in Seguin, 105 in New Braunfels, and 102 in Kerrville. As I mentioned, that heat high is going to move off to the east. It'll open up a window for a few coastal showers Wednesday through Saturday, but 10% is a measly rain chance, all right? But there is a 10% chance for a stray shower toward the end of the week. Saharan dust is also going to return. You'll notice a haze in the horizon tomorrow. Coming up in the next half hour, I'm going to talk more in depth about that Saharan dust plume forecast to move into south central Texas. Max and Sarah.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 9:16, 82 degrees out.
All right, the NBA Finals, Max.
All right, keeping fans obviously on the edge of the seat, and it's been a question Sarah's asked me a lot this morning.
Who's going to win?
And I don't think anyone really knows. It's tied 2-2 right now. We're going to have what happened last night and what comes next in just a bit.
All right, if you can be a foster or adopt a pet right now, San Antonio Pets Alive is making a desperate plea for fosters or adoptions. The clock is ticking. We'll tell you why you need to sign up within the next 2 hours.
And let's take a look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3, 778, Fireball 6, Daily 4, 0533, Fireball 2.
Cash 5, 2, 8, 12, 18, 30, Mega Millions. I don't believe there was a winner last night. We have those numbers. 3, 12, 14, 18, 32, Mega Ball 4, Mega Plier 5. This is now up to 247 million.
Good luck. Welcome back. Happening right now at the Davis-Scott YMCA, the one off of Iowa, right off of New Braunfels. The organization Black Business San Antonio, they're hosting a job fair. Small business owners, along with corporate representatives and officials with Ready to Work SA, they're on site at the YMCA right now. They're in the process of hiring and taking resumes. Organizers of the event stressing to anyone who can attend, come prepared. Interviews are being conducted right on the spot. Black Business San Antonio Job Fair going on now until 1 p.m. inside the gym of the Davis-Scott YMCA.
All right, right now there is a dire need for pet foster parents. So if you're able to foster or adopt any pets, please pay attention. San Antonio says its shelters are full and there are so many dogs. There's a group of dogs that are set to be euthanized this morning at 11 a.m. So in just an hour and a half. Right now on our website, we have everything you need to know about applying to be a foster and to adopt. Just look for this article on KSAT.com.
Time now, 9:21, 83 degrees out.
NBA Finals, Max, are all tied up.
That is the man, the myth, the legend, Seth Curry. All right,
but can he be defeated?
We're going to have a recap and what comes next in just a bit. Good morning, welcome back. Now to the NBA Finals. The Warriors evening things up after 4 games is now tied 2 games apiece.
All right, ABC's Will Reeve has more from Boston.
Truly phenomenal, Mike. The NBA Finals are tied at 2 games apiece.
This morning, Stephen Curry's sensational performance bringing the Golden State Warriors back from the brink, tying the NBA Finals at 2. Golden State staving off the abyss of a 3-1 deficit, beating the Boston Celtics 107-97.
And he has just been magnificent.
Curry was on fire, draining shot after huge shot for 43 points.
Back-to-back long-distance threes.
Even after injuring his foot at the end of Game 3. 34-year-old Curry now joining Michael Jordan and LeBron James in an elite club. The only players 34 or older to score at least 40 points in an NBA Finals game.
Curry. It's good. Steph Curry from downtown.
The Golden State point guard just the second player in NBA history
Steph Curry, his first 3.
to make more than 6 3-pointers in back-to-back Finals games.
Steph Curry drills the 3. That's a 6-point Warriors lead.
LeBron James isn't playing in these finals, but he was watching. Tweeting about Curry's big game, "Chef is insane."
It's crazy because I still feel like we can play just a little bit better. But to win on the road and get home court advantage back, big for this group.
Celtics star Jason Tatum, joined by his son Deuce pregame, had the home crowd going wild early, but it wasn't enough.
Everybody probably feels like they got to be better, myself included. Just go get it on Monday.
Now, the Warriors have only lost once at home in these playoffs, but it was in Game 1 of these NBA Finals, and neither team has lost 2 consecutive games in these playoffs. So does that mean that the Celtics would win Game 5? We'll find out on Monday. Will Reeve, ABC News, Boston.
Are you a little jealous, Max?
I got a gripe here.
Are you a little jealous?
As someone who's reported on the Spurs floor numerous times, if you're on the floor of the NBA Finals holding a basketball, I think Will Reeve's like 6'4".
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Like, do something cool. Shoot the basketball.
Well, not
Maybe
everyone's Max Massey.
Yeah, but he's Will Reeve.
Max Massey. If he's got a basketball live
shot, he's got the Larry O'Brien trophy
spinning
right here.
He's going to be shooting it.
We try to do interactive live shots here at KSAT. Time now, just about 9:27, 83 degrees out.
All right, in our next Great Grads, we introduce you to a young man who has proven himself to be a leader, and he's made a decision to serve. His story is next.
And we've been talking about inflation, gas prices. It is hurting us in so many aspects of our lives, making families make those tough financial decisions. Just ahead, what some people are doing to do their best to stretch that dollar. Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. 9:30 this morning, and it is already hot out there.
It'd be too hot for you to go play basketball. So now, well, I know you're not playing right now because of an injury, but would you play indoors or a covered gym?
So this is actually a big point of contention for here at KSAT. We have a bunch of people who play basketball. I'm on an injured reserve right now.
Okay.
But we've played and this is terrible, and Sarah Spivey's going to give me a look after I say this. We've played when it's been 100 degrees.
Is that your choice or is that a Justin Horn choice?
It's a my choice. It's a my choice, but I should say the places we play are always shaded. Okay. We always bring lots of water, gallons of water.
But you guys play like at noon.
Yes.
Like crazy people.
Yes, we do. Oh, it came back to us.
Like what?
Yes. I love being outside. I don't go outside a lot, but when I do, I like to soak up the sun.
I just want to say the basketball group is probably very happy that you're injured and you're not making them play outside right now.
I don't think anyone should wish someone to be injured, but yes.
Well, hey, I am glad that at least you bring water, plenty of water. And today's heat is going to be no joke. You absolutely need to take care, especially between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. This is how hot it's going to be in San Antonio today. 104 degrees. Meanwhile, it'll be 105 in New Braunfels, 102 in Kerrville, 106 in Del Rio and Carrizo Springs, 103 in Beeville. So needless to say, there's a heat advisory in place both today and tomorrow because tomorrow's forecast is going to be very similar to today. Air temperatures range anywhere from 102 to 106 with a heat index of up to 104 to 109. So today, outside right now, it's in the 80s, but it won't be in the 80s for long. By noon, we'll already be at 95, 104 for the high temperature. There will be a wind from the south at 5 to 15, and it won't feel as bad this evening. After the sun sets at 8:34, we'll be back into the 80s by 10 p.m. So what's ahead? What are we going to talk about? Today's record heat and the heat advisory, of course. I'll show you a neighborhood view of how hot it's going to be. Tomorrow, very hot, and Saharan dust is starting to move into the Gulf of Mexico. It'll be with us tomorrow. I'll tell you what that means and how long that pluma will be with us. And then looking ahead to this week, we will see a small dip in temperatures. So there's some good news at least there, hopefully for us. So we'll be looking at all this and more coming up in just a bit in the full forecast. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Also new this morning, a man found dead inside his vehicle. Police say he was shot multiple times. This was the scene last night just before 9 o'clock in the 300 block of Whitewood Street near Medina Base Road on the city's southwest side. Police say they were called out to the establishment apartments after residents heard gunshots. When they arrived, they found the victim, a man believed to be in his 30s, dead. So far, police don't have a suspect description, but say they are talking to several witnesses.
Update this morning in a story we first brought you on GMSA. Police have made an arrest in connection to a deadly shooting on the San Antonio's southwest side. So take a look at your screen. This is 24-year-old Robert Rodriguez. According to an arrest affidavit, he got into an argument with a neighbor before shooting him. So this all began around 8 o'clock Thursday night in a neighborhood on Gwenda Lee near Old Pearsall Road. Police tell us Rodriguez went to a neighbor's home and shot the 40-year-old in the chest, then took off. Now, the victim rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound. He would later die from his injuries. Now, Rodriguez in jail this morning facing at least one murder charge. The arrest affidavit says that he was caught because of security video.
In about 30 minutes, family and friends will say their final goodbyes to Alexandria Rubio, who went by Lexi. Friends and family say the 10-year-old was athletic, compassionate, and she just wanted to attend St. Mary's University to play softball and attend law school. Her parents testified before Congress earlier this week. Her funeral is set to start at 10 o'clock this morning at First Baptist Church. Yesterday, veteran teacher Eva Mireles was laid to rest.
And in the aftermath of the shooting in Uvalde, a lot of people have stood up and called for action against gun laws. And so today we're seeing marches across the country and here in San Antonio in honor of that action.
Let's bring find our Jonathan Cotto live at Milam Park. Good morning, Jonathan.
Shirts are free. They're right over there.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Max. That's right. We're here at Milam Park, where in just a couple of minutes, the March for Our Lives is about to take off. And this march is for some obvious and key points, but to discuss those key points, I have Frank Ruiz, organizer for March of Our Lives. Good morning, Frank. We've been together all morning. Let's talk about why we're here.
Well, Jonathan, we're here to demonstrate that people in San Antonio area are not alone in thinking that our elected leaders at the local, state, and national level should pass sensible gun reform. And with those points, we're being very specific. We're talking about universal background checks, red flag laws that could have prevented the massacre in Uvalde, and a reform around AR-15s and assault weapons.
Now, Frank, in just a couple of minutes, the March for Our Lives is about to kick off. We were talking about the turnout here earlier this morning. Not a bad crowd. Not a bad crowd.
Not a bad crowd at all, an energetic crowd. Are you a crowd?
Teachers and family must unite. Education is a human right.
So we're really pleased with the turnout, Jonathan. Again, often in Texas, you can feel alone in this fight and thinking that common sense reform should be enacted. And we're here to demonstrate that the people of San Antonio are not alone in that thought.
Frank, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Thank you for organizing this march, folks. This is March for Our Lives happening right now here at Milam Park. Again, one of the messages here is to also get out, register, and more importantly, vote. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jonathan. Some of the top stories we're following this morning: a Texas federal judge throwing out guidelines set by the Biden administration over who is prioritized for immigration enforcement.
The administration's guidelines sought to prioritize the detaining of undocumented immigrants based on the nature of the crimes they had committed. Those guidelines have now been thrown out, marking the latest legal setback for the Biden administration on immigration.
Now, this ruling stems from a lawsuit brought by the states of Texas and Louisiana. It's concerning a provision that says undocumented immigrants who committed crimes will be taken into custody after they're released. This ruling is set to take effect in just 7 days.
Well, there's one less thing people visiting from other countries have to do when they come to the U.S., and that's take a COVID-19 test. So starting tomorrow, U.S.-bound air travelers don't have to get tested. It's something they've had to do since January of last year. The Biden administration says the rule isn't necessary, and they base that on current science and data. The CDC says it will release its decision in 90 days. And now to what these inflation numbers mean to American families.
Well, it means pain. It means trying to stretch that dollar as far as you can. ABC's Deirdre Bolton explains.
Inflation nation. Americans are paying significantly more for basics such as food, fuel, and rent.
I basically just got struggle food and some popsicles.
The consumer price index rose 8.6% in May to a new 40-year high and signaled that price pressures may be here for a while.
And there was really just nowhere to hide.
Food costs soaring this morning. Meats, poultry, fish, and eggs seeing an average increase of more than 14% from last May. For American families coping with the squeeze, there are many strategic decisions.
I would say our grocery bills are probably a few $100s more. We try to have a game plan about how we're gonna go about the groceries, how we can stretch things.
Mom Courtney Dunlap putting the strategy into action in the aisle of the grocery stores.
I usually will grab these pizza wraps, which are on sale. Woohoo!
With Americans trying to do more with less, food banks are feeling the pinch too, also being asked to do more with less.
More Americans than ever are needing this type of assistance. And so we're really quickly migrating from a pandemic crisis to a hunger crisis.
One food bank in Ohio worries the problem will only get worse.
In just a few short months, the extra federal benefits that are currently supporting people towards what we're thinking is the tail end of this pandemic, they're about to go away.
We pulled together some apps for you and your family to save money. Basket will track prices across different stores, Drop, Ibotta, Shopkick. All of these offer forms of cash back or free gift cards. And of course, there are other ones out there, ways to stretch your dollar. Deirdre Bolton, ABC News, New York.
And speaking of gas prices and inflation, it is clearly hurting us all in different ways, but it's also hurting local organizations with a mission to help others. The San Antonio Food Bank serves 90,000 people every week, and this rise in prices, well, it's not making their lives easier. That is why tomorrow morning on Leading SA at 8 a.m., we're going to be joined by Eric Cooper, President and CEO of the Food Bank. He's going to be joining us. We're going to be talking about a lot, talking about the needs in and around our community, the programs this summer, and how you can help out. Obviously, if you have any questions you'd like to ask, go to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. Then join us tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. for all the answers. Time now, 9:40, 83 degrees out.
Eats. It was doing right there. Well, it's a haunted restaurant out of Floresville. We'll explain.
And we want to introduce you to today's great graduate. His name is Hud, and he is going to be serving in the Air Force. We're going to explain how he made that decision and what comes next.
All right, it's 9:40. It's already 83 degrees. It's going to be another scorcher. Sarah Spivey will have our forecast when we come back. Well, our Great Graduates segment is meant to highlight graduating seniors from across our community.
So we want to introduce you to a local student who, in some cases, have overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. These great graduates set to thrive. They are our future leaders. So in today's segment, we're going to introduce you to Hudson. He's from Comal ISD, not only a leader in the community, but also getting ready to serve our country.
I guess in the broader scheme of things, America.
Meet Hud, a senior at Canyon High School. He is a leader in the classroom, in track and field, and on the saxophone.
I get to school, I practice my saxophone for about an hour, and then I have chemistry class, and that warms up my brain, and then I get to calculus, and I'm started. And the rest of the day, I just kind of go.
If you can't tell, Hud is modest, to say the least. He's a hard worker, and he's earned the admiration of his peers and his teachers.
Respect his work ethic and his intelligence, but also how humble he is and how grounded he is. I just, when the moment I met him, whenever I first met the shot put and discus throwers after football season, I kind of made Hud the unofficial captain of the throwers, the guy that, if I need something done, he's the one I call.
Hud considered a number of career paths and a number of the branches in the military. So why the Air Force?
And my mom said, well, what about the Air Force? I said, that's a great idea. And I started my application that same day. And there's a lot of older folks in my church that have served in the military. There's a 3-star general from the Air Force. He helped me out a lot, and he inspired me to pursue this plan.
I didn't expect it, but I shouldn't have expected anything else. Just knowing his demeanor, his personality, that he wants to serve people, and obviously he wants to serve people in the greatest way he can. But also expanding on his intelligence and how much he can help the world. Not only as in the Air Force, but as a pilot.
Are you ready? Are you excited? Are you prepared?
I'm ready, yeah. Physically, I'm still getting ready for boot camp, but mentally, yeah, I'm totally there. I'm excited to leave New Braunfels for a little bit, get a change of scenery up in Colorado. I think it'll be nice, but yeah, I am ready.
And Hud is ready to get going.
Well, I have about 3 weeks after graduation until I start basic training for the academy.
It's funny because, we do all these great grads, and like in Hud's case, so many of them are so well-rounded and so great, and they're so humble. And so it's like...
It's hard to get, the information out of them,
And so I was so enthusiastic about him going to the Air Force. It's like, are you ready? And he's like, well, I still have to do this, and this. So methodical about how he's going about it. But I guess thank you, Hud, and to all our great grads. Yes, absolutely. And you can read Hud's story right now on KSAT.com. So time now, 9:46, 84 degrees out, and well, it's going to get a lot hotter.
It is. So we're going to have another triple-digit day today, guys. Guess what? We're going to be at 104 for the forecast high temperature.
Fun.
I know. So far, we have already had 10 100-degree days, and today we'll make 11. How does that stack up? Well, we're not even technically in summer yet, and we probably will be able to add on several more 100-degree days here. It's entirely possible that we could fit in the top 3 of number of 100-degree days in the forecast. Notice that these have all been within the last 15, 20 years, and that's because this year in particular we're hot because of La Nina, making a hot, dry weather pattern, but then climate change adds on a couple of degrees there. So we've already had 10 100-degree days. We're likely going to have another one today and the next day and the next day too. 82 degrees for the outside right now, rather. It feels like 86 already, and that's because we have high humidity. Dew points are in the 70s. So here's the deal. Dew points are going to fall a little bit during the afternoon, and so we won't necessarily have a heat index in the afternoon during the peak heat of the day, but it's still going to feel muggy and hot out there right now. But this is the time that you want to get outside because it's just going to get hotter from here on out. 81 degrees in Hondo, 82 in Uvalde, 83 in Kerrville, 83 in New Braunfels, 84 in Gonzales, 85 in Pleasanton, 83 in Del Rio. We'll zoom in here on the neighborhood view of temperatures. It's 84 right now in Castroville, 81 in Hondo, 82 in Rio Medina, 81 in Bernie, 80 in Seguin, and 81 in Converse. But this is a look at this afternoon's forecast high temperatures. We usually see a high temperature of 92 degrees. We're going to be some 10 degrees warmer than that. 105 Fort SA, 105 in Hondo, 104 Utopia, 101 in Bernie, 104 in Seguin, and 105 in New Braunfels. Sorry, y'all. What you see is what you get this afternoon when it comes to those temperatures. Even by 11, we're already going to be at 90 degrees, 95 at noon. We are going to have a breeze today, 5 to 15 miles per hour. But this afternoon is going to be brutal. We're going to be looking at temperatures in the triple digits as early as 2 p.m. and 104 for the high temperature around 4 or 5 p.m. Tonight, after the sun sets at 8:34, we're going to be in the 90s and the 80s, so it'll be tolerable after sunset. If you're planning on walking your dogs, do it now or do it closer to sunset and after sunset. The reason for the heat, this heat dome, this heat high is settled over West Texas. It's compressing the air, preventing any showers and storms from developing, really any clouds out there today as well. All of the rain up and over this heat dome across the northern tier of the United States. But that heat high is going to move off to the east during the week. So our hottest forecast for the next 7 days is today and tomorrow, 104 degrees. We're going to be close to the record today of 104. That record was set 80 years ago. And then Monday, we're going to have a high temperature of 102. As we head into the latter half of the week, temperatures are going to fall by a few degrees, but it's still going to be hot. 99 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. One thing to watch out for starting tomorrow is that Saharan dust is going to be in the air. You can see in the forecast here for the dust, it'll start to work its way into south central Texas tomorrow afternoon, and we'll see a more moderate to dense plume of dust by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So what does that mean? We deal with this every year. We're likely going to have a haze on the horizon. For most folks, that's it. But if you're particularly sensitive to the dust, you might experience allergy-like symptoms. Speaking of allergy-like symptoms, the only pollen allergen out there right now is mold. It is low. And again, look at this forecast. Scorching over the next several days. Only a 10% chance for a stray shower Wednesday through Friday as that heat high moves off to the east along the coast. So not great as far as rain, and we're going to see tons of heat over the next few days, including some Saharan dust. I'll have your poolside forecast coming up in a bit. Max and Sarah.
All right.
Poolside. I want to be poolside.
Yeah, we all want to be poolside. Time now, 9:51, 84 degrees out.
All right, a spooky dining experience in Floresville. That's in your Texas Eats preview in just a bit. All right, today on Texas Eats, after the news here, David Elder takes us on a tour of a haunted cafe.
All right, so this eatery with a ghostly reputation, it is over there in Floresville. Here's a preview.
This room right here you instantly get the vibe of like, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to be a part of it. It's very creepy.
Yeah.
Almost kind of the hair starts standing up on you a little bit when you see it.
You come in and it's almost dark, like you can't even see inside of it right away.
It's a really chill spot, has delicious food. Now when you go upstairs, that's a different story. It is genuinely creepy up there, and that one particular room, it just gives me the creeps. Did you know the history before you got in here?
We knew that it was a lodging area, that it was a bar since way back in the early 1900s, since, I mean, before they even had roads and sidewalks.
This room in particular, I just get a bad vibe from. Like, nothing else gives me bad energy. I'm not an energy person, but this one gives me the bad vibe.
Some of the psychics that for the paranormal teams, they said right here, there's just, one of them said all of a sudden their stomach kind of turned when they just came right past here. They were just walking, it's like they hit a wall or something, like there's something in there that's not right.
Well, turn the light on. They're looking so dark in here. Turn the light on.
I just wanted to see the food, I'm not gonna lie to you. Time now, just about 9:56, 85 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, I'm Jonathan Cotto. In just a couple of minutes, the March for Our Lives will be kicking off here at Milam Park. Members of the community will be marching to City Hall in an effort of raising awareness and calling on state leaders to raise the age for those interested in purchasing weapons, and stating red flag laws, and also providing universal background checks. Again, this march will be concluding at City Hall, and the message here as well is reminding the public to register to vote, and more importantly, get out and vote. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Gonna need a way to stay cool today, perhaps by the pool. It's going to be 104 this afternoon for the high temperature. UV index is going to be extreme, with skin damage time of less than 10 minutes.
We're just defeated, Sarah.
I know. I think that's a laugh of like, oof. And Saharan dust makes a return tomorrow, too. Haze on the horizon. Only if you're particularly sensitive to it will you have allergy-like symptoms. And then a small chance for rain, 10% through the end of the week as temperatures.
I think we're kind of like flipping about the situation because it's like laugh now, cry later.
Yes.
And it's just, either way, be safe if you're outside and enjoy Texas Eats.
It's going to be spooky.
Hey, it's David Elder, and today on Texas Eats, we're traveling around the Lone Star State looking for great restaurants you won't want to miss.
Get ready for a haunted ghost tour through 2 Texas restaurants.
I mean, this place is haunted, right?
Yeah, it's a little spook to it, but who knows?
You just said that now, got goosebumps.
Plus, we check out the top items coming out of the kitchen at Fluff's White House.
If you like chicken sandwiches, that's the one to get. That is so good.
And we take you to Dallas for a taste of all the fried food goodness at the State Fair.
This is phenomenal, but we got to keep going because we got a couple more treats out here at the fair.
All that and more right now on a spectacular episode of Texas Eats. Our first stop on today's spooky food adventure is 41 miles south of San Antonio.
Now we're here in Floresville to go inside of a restaurant that has a haunted history, plus they're serving up some delicious food. Let's go inside Fluff's White House. Joining us now is the owner out here, Chris Trevino. Thank you so much for having us at the restaurant.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to look at the menu here in a little bit. You have 2 burgers and a sandwich that look absolutely incredible. Yeah. But, I mean, this place is haunted, right?
Yeah, it's a little spook to it, but who knows?
And now, downstairs is where everybody's dining, but upstairs is actually where a lot more of the activity happens, right?
Those walls could talk, man. I'd be there for days.
All right, let's go check it out.
All right, let's go.
All right, I'll follow you. This is the stairs to go up there.
All right, welcome. There's actually a little passageway under these stairs. And then we just come right on up.
So immediately, right when we walk into this area right here, I mean, the atmosphere just gets like thicker, it gets heavier. You know what I mean?
It's
like
not even just like because it's hot up here. It's like
it's just a weird energy, right?
This is one of the original mares that has been here from the time, taking it from whenever it was still lodging. And a lot of the paranormal teams that come by say this is where one of the portals comes through.
I don't want to sit next to it. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, no.
In the morning, I'm here by myself up front, and I wipe all the tables. Well, I always have my hair out right here, and I feel like someone's trying to I could feel like a touch on my ear, like they're trying to put my hair back.
This room right here, you instantly get the vibe of like, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to be a part of it. It's very creepy.
Yeah.
Almost kind of the hair starts standing up on you a little bit when you see it.
You come in and it's almost dark, like you can't even see inside of it right away.
It's a really chill spot, has delicious food. Now when you go upstairs, that's a different story. It is genuinely creepy up there. And that one particular room, it just gives me the creeps. Did you know the history before you got in here?
We knew that it was a lodging area, that it was a bar since way back in the early 1900s. Since, before they even had roads and sidewalks.
This room in particular, I just get a bad vibe from. Like nothing else gives me bad energy. I'm not an energy person, but this one gives me the bad vibe.
Some of the psychics that for the paranormal teams, they said right here, there's just, one of them said all of a sudden their stomach kind of turned when they just came right past here. They're just walking, it's like they hit a wall or something, like there's something in there that's not right.
So you got ghost portals. They've seen things up here. Paranormal experts have heard things up here. That room is really creepy. You got this room right here as well. But a shadowy figure. You said that some people have reported that as well, right?
Oh yeah, we've seen it too downstairs. The staff upstairs, downstairs. There's call it the shadow man. It just pops up out of the reflection, and you see him. You're like, there was something right there. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it, and I'm going home. And so far, there's been a lady in white, a little kid, and we call it the shadow man.
I remember coming here as a kid with my grandparents and with my parents, and just there was always something intriguing about being here.
And did you ever hear about any of the ghost activity here?
Oh yeah, always stuff moving around, stuff showing up upstairs that used to be downstairs, things like that.
We're walking up here, you can smell the food, the kitchen's right there. So I'm good on the ghost tour. A lot of creepy vibes though, and so much history to the building. There's a lot going on here, but we're gonna go back downstairs where it's safe. And let's go eat some food. I'm good.
Later in the show, we check out the top items coming out of the kitchen at Fluff's White House.
If you like chicken sandwiches, that's the one to get. That is so good.
Now, we're getting a taste of island cuisine at a popular Puerto Rican restaurant in SA.
Now we're here on the south side of San Antonio to go inside of a restaurant that's serving a Puerto Rican classic dishes. Plus, they got some wild nachos. Let's go inside Luna Rosa. Joining me now is Iris Ornelas. She is the owner out here at the restaurant. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming.
And in front of us, we have a lot of different food. Some of it Cuban, some of it Puerto Rican, but it's all just like a fusion of flavors. Is this something that you grew up eating?
Yes, and I know this one is called the Cuban sandwich, but it's very popular in Puerto Rico. So I would say everything is Puerto Rican. Everything is Puerto Rican,
it is misleading,
including the
right?
Cuban.
Yeah, it's misleading.
Yes.
And this one looks insane. It's just loaded with meat.
We call it the tripleta. And the tripleta is a very popular sandwich in Puerto Rico in the streets. So when you go party, 5 o'clock in the morning, you want to have a tripleta. It has our traditional pork roast, beefsteak with onions, what we call bistec encebollado, and it has smoked ham. It has potatoes and our Luna Rosa sauce, which back home we call mayo ketchup.
Oh, wow. The tripleta sandwich is loaded out here. Different kinds of pork on the inside, loaded with onions as well. A little of that mayo ketchup in there. It is huge. If you're looking for something to fill you up, that's the sandwich to get. Now, you had mentioned the Cuban sandwich, a very popular item in Puerto Rico. Even though it's named the Cuban sandwich, you can find it all over the island of Puerto Rico, right?
Yes,
so talk to me about what's in here.
We have our pork roast. It has smoked ham, pickles, and mayonnaise, mustard, and it's pressed, and we put some butter on top.
Oh, and then you have some side items on here as well, right?
Yes, those are our tostones, our traditional twice fried plantains. They're green plantains. We fry them, we smash them, and then we fry them again. So they're very crispy and
Oh,
very
they look
healthy
good.
too.
This is the Cuban sandwich. Ooh, oh, good. The iconic Cuban sandwich on the menu out here is perfect. It has all the elements that you want inside, the crispy bread on the outside, nice and tender on the inside. Then you have the pork they're making in-house, the pickles, the cheese. You dunk into that mayo ketchup. You get transported onto a secluded beach in Puerto Rico where you can be holding your piña colada and just enjoying yourself. That's incredible. Give me some more love on that one. You guys have one of the most insane combinations I've seen anywhere. I mean, it's plantains and pork, nachos, right?
Yes, we call them our Caribbean nachos. And they were born here in Luna Rosa, but instead of the tortilla chips, we are using our plantain chips. So that makes it Caribbean.
Yeah.
We layer pork, beans, red hatch chili, and tons of cheese. And
that's the bite. Oh, wow. One of the most unique dishes that you can find here in San Antonio are the Caribbean nachos out here at Luna Rosa. These things have fried plantains on the bottom, the pork that they're making right here in-house. You have the red hatch chilies on there, the beans, all of the cheese that's on there on top. Some of that mayo ketchup. I mean, it's gooey, it's ooey, it's goodness. And when you take the bite, you know that this is a really special dish. If it's date night out here, you actually have a steak and shrimp combo that's ready to rock and roll. Talk to me about this one.
so this one is called the Ay Bendito. This one in particular has the yuca mofongo and then the churrasco steak and ajillo shrimp.
All right, that's everything mixed together. I'm gonna try this out. Oh. That is where it's at. If it's date night, well, you can come out here to Luna Rosa and get the steak and shrimp dish, a little bit of mofongo on the side as well, and it's just loaded with flavor. All on the bottom, you have that butter kind of garlic essence, but then on top of the steak, the chimichurri that's made right here in-house. The mofongo has great flavor. The shrimp is cooked, seared on the outside, tender in the middle. That is delicious. The chimichurri is outstanding.
Yeah, and it's homemade also. We make it here.
And you can also get a cocktail just like this piña colada right here, which actually was created in Puerto Rico. That's good stuff. If you're looking for a steak dinner, this is the one to try. Wow. Right here, this is a bread pudding.
Yes, it's a bread pudding. It's my grandma's recipe. It's delicious. What can I say?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna take a bite.
Oh yeah, you gotta join me on this one. Iris, thank you so much for having us out here. You guys, Luna Rosa, this is such a fantastic restaurant to try and experience Puerto Rican cuisine. So many different things out here. You can bring the whole family. There's something here for everybody. And you know, save room for the dessert because this is where it's at. Cheers, here we go. I'm taking this to go.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, we get a look at all the fried food goodness at the State Fair.
This is phenomenal, but we gotta keep going because we got a couple more treats out here at the fair.
And next on the show, we go on a haunted ghost tour at one of the oldest buildings in Austin.
You just said that now, got goosebumps.
So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back.